Hollywood and all the networks are so extremely liberal. And not that I'm pro either, because they're all out of whack, because they're all in support. I don't care. You call yourself a conservative or Democrat, Republican. You're all a bunch naive, following subordination to this dizzy, ridiculous system. So they pocket as much as they can possibly get away with. There are no concerns for your best interests. Washington and Wall Street, they're all in bed with one another. You're the Cinderellas. Everybody out there is just a bunch of Cinderellas. Look at what, I woke up the other day with a documentary watching the Civil War. It was all reenacted based on writings of slaves. How can people be so use and abuse and take a complete advantage of other people? We had to have a civil war 100 years ago in this country. A civil war because of the insanity of thinking certain people could be such underdogs and used and abused by some upper crust idiots. Well, you know what? We got idiots that print this frickin' money. The Federal Reserve prints this money. They got you on the system. It's all designed, and it all trickles down to the average Joe American struggling. Now here, at today's prices, even with the deflated prices, what is the average house going for now? $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 for a house. What's normal now? What's normal now is you buy a brand new car for $50,000. It takes less money, less labor. It's cheaper for them to build a car today than it was in the 70s. Why? I've been talking about this for 25 years. Inflation can't just keep going like this. I told this 20 years ago that it's going to hit the ceiling, because when you got the pay scales not nowhere keeping up with this. 30, 40 years ago, the minimum wages were what, $4 an hour or $2 an hour? So what is it, doubled or tripled? But yet housing, cars, everything on this inflation where they can suck you and get you in debt. It's loan sharking. They get you on their system. They heap debts on you. You buy everything for inflated prices. They got you suckered into buying houses for 30-year mortgage where you pay nothing but interest. It's loan sharking. And Wall Street and all this, they consider that investing. There is no investment in the people of the United States. It's fat cats, the elitists, the upper crust elitists that take, I don't care who it is, Obama, McCain, Bush, they're all puppets on strings. Somebody's pulling the strings. Get it in your heads. Somebody wake up out there. We still have the internet. They're not taxing the internet yet. There's still some freedom of speech able to be exercised out here on the internet. But, they're working on that. They're working on censoring. So we get to watch Obama give his speech tonight. So I'm going to be taking notes. I'm going to be, they give me just too darn much material here to critique. But gee whiz. Here, one thing I do like about on the AM talk show networking out here, one of the slogans that I've adopted is, if you're not paying attention, if you're not pissed off, you're not paying attention. That's the slogan. But it's too simple. It's too darn simple. And I just basically explained it to you. We're at the tune of pushing like $200,000 for every man, woman, and child. So if you've got 4 kids, your family's $1 million in debt, essentially, to the government. To the government. And they're not out after your best interest. They love to heap that debt onto you. And now they're going to scratch each other's back because they're in bed with all the special interest groups. Who's going to get this money? So they're paying off, it's, oh crap. The last bailout we just had here, 1,100 pages, nobody read this. It's such a crisis, such a, impending doom that we need to do this. Pelosi's over in Italy having a couple-week vacation. It's on and on. Stupid is stupid. And, we the people, we're trusting your life in the hands of these criminals that don't give a rat's ass about your best interest. Come on. Fat cats, the average Joe does not have a chance. He's the underdog that is to work for nothing. His fruits of his labor is to continue to go to these fat cats, the government, and Wall Street. Their idea of free enterprise is to fleece American citizens. Their ideal of capitalism is fleecing Americans out of all of their assets, their last pennies. The foreclosures are the proof. This heartless usury, the devaluing of its people. That's what we got. There's no respect or no value. There's no love, concern. We're going to such a godless, throw the 10 Commandments, of course, out of the courtrooms, throw the prayer out of the schools, legalize abortion. Unbelievable. One of the first things that Obama did getting in office is he's giving multiple, what the heck ever was it, $150 million to the international Planned Parenthoods. International, so that they got money. Your money is going to supporting abortions around the world because thanks to Obama there. That's how much this guy respects life. If he doesn't, and he's got half brothers in different countries, they never seen a dime from him. He's a typical politician. Politicians are just the stereotype. They are all a bunch that somewhere compromise, some in varying degrees. So what? They're in bed for the power-crazed, fortune and fame. So Hollywood. What is the matter with people? The Americanized mentality. The more money you have, the more successful you are. That means you're successful. So what? So what if you got $1 million? So what if you got $1 billion? What is significant about that? What are you using that money for? There's only two kinds of people. People that use money to love people, or love money and use people. One or the other. There's givers and takers. And I'll tell you what, our system here, free enterprise, capitalism, is not that free enterprise or capitalism by theory is wrong in itself. It's just the spin job. What's his name? Bill O'Reilly? Yeah, he's pinheads. Well, that's one of Bill O'Reilly's lines, pinheads. And spin. No spin zone. Well, that's pretty right on, Our capitalism, our free enterprise,